Hello everyone. In the previous lecture we have seen the sign convention, then we have seen the lens formula. Today we will see in this lecture about the linear magnification and power of a lens. So linear magnification means in this part only we don't have to go for the derivation because derivation is not included in your syllabus. So what you have to cover is the formula, and you also have to know that when we will take magnification as positive, when we take as negative for virtual image, what will be the value of m, and for real image what we'll take. So that we'll have to cover, and the definition of it definitely. So magnification means in comparison to the size of the object, what will be the size of the image after refraction through a lens. So this is what magnification tells us. Clear? So the ratio of the length of the image I perpendicular to the principal axis to the length of the object O is called the linear magnification. It is represented by small m, and it is related to the distance of the image and the distance of the object for both convex and concave lens. And the formula, as you can see, m is equal to length of the image upon length of the object. I by O is equal to V by U. So this is the linear magnification formula. Clear? Now derivation as it is not required, so what I am going to tell you is very useful, that for real image, when the image form is real, so for real image m is always taken negative. Okay, that means m will become negative. And for virtual image, when the image form is virtual, so in that case m will be taken as positive. Okay, why? Because if you will see when the real image is formed, so real image you will see the length of the object is above this axis and the image is below this axis, so principal axis. So because of that this is taken positive and this is taken negative. So in that case, real case, m will become, which is the ratio of I by O, so in that case m will become negative. But if we consider for this case, so if you will see, m means the I and the O both are above the principal axis, so that means both will be positive. So in that case m will become positive. And you can see that concave lens forms a virtual image, so that means for virtual image m will become positive, and for real image m will become negative. That we have to use in the numerical. So it is very important for you to know that for real image m will be taken negative, for virtual image m will be positive. That means for concave lens m will be taken positive, and for convex lens m will be taken negative only in the last case of convex lens, when the object is kept between optical center and f1. So in that case the image form is virtual, and in that case will for convex lens will take m negative. So in the question in numericals, when we will solve, so you will see that the numericals are given in such a way that the image is magnified 3 times of the object, or directly the magnification value will be given to you, that for convex lens the magnification is 3, or for concave lens the magnification is 3. So in that case what you have to do, suppose for convex lens, if it is given for convex lens, so in the question if it is given for convex lens the magnification value is 3. Okay, so in that case we will do, it will become equal to V by U, that means negative of V by U, or you can say that V is equal to minus 3U. Are you getting? So that means for convex lens m value will become negative. I have put sign here, means this is how V by U will become equal to minus 3. Okay, so V will become equal to minus 3U. So when we will use this lens formula, 1 upon f is equal to 1 by V minus 1 by U. So in place of V we will put minus 3U here, and if the focal length is given to you, so you can find out the object distance. This is how the numericals will be asked. So this is why this magnification is important. Now suppose if it is m is given for concave lens 3, So for concave lens, if it is given, So then in that case we will take m is equal to minus 3. That means this will become equal to v by plus 3, v by u, and v will become equal to 3u, because concave lens forms the virtual image. So virtual image, that means magnification will be positive. So in that case m will become plus 3. So v is equal to v by u will become equal to plus 3. So v will become equal to 3u. So in that case when we use this formula, so in place of v, what will place? 3u. Clear? So this is how we will use this formula to find out the object distance if suppose the focal length is given and magnification is given to you. So magnification importance is this one. Now if in the question directly the magnification is not given, so it will be given like the object is 3 times magnified. So 3 times magnified means v will become equal to 3u. It means that if I am writing v is equal to 3u, so that means it is object is magnified 3 times of the image. So that is what image is magnified 3 times of the object. So directly if the magnification is given, then also you have to use like this. If it is given 3 times, 4 times, then also you have only m will become equal to 3, or directly you can write v is equal to 3u if it is 3 times, or if it is 4 times then m will become equal to 4u. But you must keep in mind that it is a convex lens or a concave lens, or if it is forming a real image or a virtual image. If in the question it is given real image, then take m negative. If it is given m positive, means virtual image, then take m positive. Now one more thing, that when we will place the value for convex lens and for concave lens, as it is not means this part derivation is not there, but I am only explaining you that in both the cases the formula that will get I by O is equal to V by U. In this case also I by O is equal to V by U, because in this case, as I told you, image will be, size of the image will be above the principal axis taken negative, so it will become minus I, and O will be this, you can see I will be below the principal axis and this will be above the principal axis. So because of that, this will be taken positive and it will be taken negative. So this will become minus I by O. Now image distance will be positive and object distance will be negative. So this will become V upon minus U. So minus minus will cancel out. What you will get, I by O is equal to V by U. Now for concave lens, both on this side of the principal axis, so will O and I both will be positive and U and V both will be negative. So in that case again I by O is equal to V by U. That means the expression for convex lens or concave lens, when we write, it is V by U. We are using m is equal to V by U in both the cases, but m will be taken positive in the case of virtual image and m will be taken negative for the real image. That you have to keep in mind as it is explained it here. Now next also one point is given, that the numerical value of m is greater than 1 if image is magnified, is 1 for image of same size as the object, is less than 1 for diminished image. Thus the numerical value of m is less than 1 for concave lens, and it can be greater than, equal to, or less than 1 for a convex lens depending on the position of the object. As we have seen that the m value, that magnification is equal to I by O. Okay, so in case of you have when the image this size is greater than the object size, okay, that means it is a magnified case. In the magnified case only, when the image form is magnified, in this case only what you will get, the size of the image more than the size of the object. That means I will become greater than O. So in that case m value will become greater than 1, is it? Now when object means the image size is same as that of the object, when both are same size, so in that case I and O will be same, image length and the object length will be same, so both are same. That means m value will become equal to 1. Third case, when you have diminished image. Now in the case of diminished image, if you will consider, so diminished means smaller than the size of the object. That means I is smaller than O. Okay, that is diminished means the smaller than the size of the object. So when it is smaller, the length of the image is smaller than the length of the object, I is less than O. So in that case, what will get? M less than 1. Clear? So these are the three cases, and all three cases will get in the case of convex lens. We'll get the size equal to the same, means when the object is at 2f1, image form is at 2f2. Will also get this case of magnified image. We have seen that it will form the magnified image also, and it will form the diminished image also. So when it will form diminished, so in that case magnification will be less than 1. When convex lens form the magnified image, m greater than 1, and when it will form the same size image, so in that case m will be equal to 1. But for concave lens there is only one case, it always form the diminished image. That means for concave lens m is always less than 1. Clear? So this is what is given in the point, and these are the point that you have to keep in mind. This, if for the magnification topic, these things are very important, and it will be, means mostly the chances are there the numerical will be asked from this part, or a small part of definition or a formula will be asked. Otherwise no derivation is given. So that's what you have to keep in mind, and we'll use this. It is very important. We'll use this in the numericals. Next we have the power of a lens, which tells us the how much light get deviated from its path through a lens. So it is expressed in terms, the deviation which is produced by a lens is expressed in terms of its power. So a lens which produces more deviation will say that it will have more power, and if it will deviate less, so it will consider as having less power. So deviation of the incident ray produced by a lens on refraction through it is the measure of its power. How much the ray of light get deviated from its path on refraction through a lens, that is what it is known as power. So the formula for power is 1 upon focal length. Unit of power, we use it as diopter. This is the unit, we represent it by capital D, and it is the reciprocal of the focal length, 1 upon focal length, and focal length will be taken in meter. So remember, in most of the question focal length is given in centimeter. So when you will find out the power, so you have to convert the focal length which is given in centimeter into meter. If you will do it in centimeter, then your answer will be wrong. So one thing that you have to keep in mind, convert the focal length in meter first and then find out the power. That's what you have to do. It will come in 1 mark. Now we have thick lens and we have thin lens. So for thick lens, surface of curvature is more. So when the curvature is more, so deviation of ray of light will be more, and deviation is more, that means the focal length will be less. So focal length will be less means power will be more, because it is 1 upon focal length. Power is inversely proportional to the focal length. So when focal length is less, power will be more, and when focal length will be more, power will be less. So as you can see, a thick lens, a lens having surface of curvature more, will have short focal length. So that means for thick lens, power will be more, and for thin lens, power will be less. So for a thin lens having less surface of curvature, so in that case it will have large focal length and it deviates the light ray less. So because of that, focal length in this case will be, you can see that more. So when focal length is more, power will be less. So that means for a thick lens, power will be more, and for thin lens, power will be less. Clear? Now when we get the description from the doctor for our eye, if we have problem, so the optician does not quote the focal length, they does not give the focal length. You will see they give the power. Generally people say that my eye power is this or this. So because of that, it is not given in terms of focal length, it is given in terms of power. So when power of 1 diopter is given, suppose, so lens is of power 1 diopter if its focal length is given 1 meter. So 1 upon 1 meter, it will be 1 diopter. Clear? Now depending on the direction in which the lens deviates the ray of light, means it's either is taken, power is taken positive or negative. So when it is taken positive, for convex lens, when it deviates the ray of light towards the center, on the principal axis towards the optical center, that is for the convex lens, so it will be taken positive, and in case of concave lens it deviates the ray of light away from the center, so it will be taken negative. So that is what it is given. Depending on the direction in which a lens deviates the light ray, its power is either positive or negative. So if a lens deviates a ray towards its center, so it is taken positive, and if it deviates the ray away from its center, then it will be taken negative. So for convex lens, power is taken positive, and for concave lens, power is taken negative. These are the small points that you have to keep in mind. Convex lens, power is written in positive, and for concave lens it will be negative, and it will be taken negative. So like here it is given power of a convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter. That means 1 upon 20 centimeter, is it? So what will be its power? So if it is given power is means focal length is given 20 centimeter. So 20 centimeter 1 upon 20, we have to convert it into meter. So it will be 20 by 100, is it? For meter if we are converting. Okay, so this will become 20 by 100. So that means 100 by 20, which is equal to 5. Now if it is a convex lens, so we'll write plus 5d, and if it is a concave lens, then we write minus 5d. Clear? So this is for convex lens. If the question is given for convex, we write plus 5d. If it is given for concave, so we'll write minus 5d. This is what it is given, that power of convex lens of focal length 20 centimeter is plus 5d, and power of concave lens of same focal length is minus 5d. And if both are placed in contact, then the combination will be equal to the algebraic sum of the power of the individual lens. This means P is equal to, like we can say that P is equal to P1 plus P2. So like for it in the question it is given for convex lens it is 2D kept in contact with a concave lens of minus 2D. So this will become 2 minus 2. This is plus 2, this is minus 2, so this will become 0. So that means power of a lens is 0. So power of a lens 0 means it does not deviate a ray of light. So that means ray of light striking and passing undeviated. So that is a case of simple glass plate. So that means it will have 0 power, so it will behave like a glass plate. Clear? So this is the thing about power, and in the next lecture I will discuss the numerical of this question. Go through all the topic. If you have any doubt, then you can ask. Thank you.